God reveals himself to us, and we respond to that revelation in worship. So we respond with holy worship because God has shown us that he's holy. We respond with self-sacrifice because God has shown us that he is a self-sacrificing God. And we respond with praise because God has shown us that he is filled with joy and praise. We respond with foot-washing service because he's revealed himself to be the God who washes dirty feet. And we respond to him with giving because everything God does reveals that he is the giving God. Whether we think about God in terms of creation or redemption, grace or love, truth or mercy, we can see that he is the holy giver. Now, in the Old Testament, God responded to God's people responded to his generous graciousness with three forms of giving. There were sacrifices made to God, there were tithes to the poor and to the religious leaders, and there were also free will offerings for special projects. Sacrifices were gifts given directly to God. In salvation by grace, we saw that whenever the people of God turned to him, they worshipped him by bringing offerings and sacrifices. Now, some people think that the sacrifices were only sacrifices made for sin, but actually, the different kinds of sacrifices in the Old Testament were given for different reasons. And when they sacrificed to God, they were doing it in recognition of who God was and expressed their gratitude to him in so many different ways. And when they came to God, they rejoiced and they wept. They gave their best in thanksgiving, dedication, intercession, praise, and worship, as well as in repentance and pleas for forgiveness. Now, the giving in tithes was a particular form of giving. It was 10% of the family income, and it was given primarily to provide income for the poor and income also to support the religious leaders, the priests and the Levites. The Old Testament doesn't set out the precise arrangements for the collection of tithes, but it seems to have changed throughout the centuries. But we know that in the early days, it was plain that all crops and animals had to be tithed. Whenever the people harvested their crops, 1/10 had to be given away. And once a year, families counted their animals as they walked to pasture, and every 10th animal was given away to ensure that a fair selection was made.